Siddhesh Sawant. Saya Regional Vice President untuk Indonesia dan Australia New Zealand Netcore Cloud. So usually in Indonesia is a mobile first market, right? And everyone knows that the adoption of smartphones, adoption of internet is very high. So because of this, a lot of mobile apps are getting a good interactions and getting a good penetration in the market. If you see new businesses coming in, they usually prefer to have a mobile app first rather than having a website or rather than focusing more on websites. Because of this, also the social commerce has been increasing a lot in the last 1 or 2 years. Because of that, WhatsApp, TikTok, Instagram and other channels are also being used very rapidly in the market. A lot of marketers, what they do is they try to have integrated kind of a system where they make sure that whatever communications they are sending to their users are acted as per their local language, definitely. Plus also have campaigns on Instagram, have campaigns on WhatsApp and have an omni-channel experience. And that's where a lot of users, a lot of marketers make sure that any user who is looking out for any kind of product on their mobile app, they also retarget them on Instagram or TikTok and plus have their engagement channels which are basically on omni-channel environment. In Indonesia, a lot of marketers make sure that they have multiple AI tools to predict user behavior as well as send recommended products or send recommended messaging to their users to make sure that they give a rich flair to their user experience. Also, along with that, a lot of omni-channel tools are being utilized in Indonesia to make sure that the behavior of the users in Indonesia has been captured very correctly. You know, features like AMP, features like app push notifications, features like recommendations, features like email predictions or predicting what the user is going to purchase. All this has been considered very rich in the marketer's vision, because all the audience in Indonesia wants to know what basically the marketers or the brands are sending me and how relevant this communication is. So sending hyper-local content with hyper-personalized communication is very important for marketers to adapt in the diverse Indonesia market. If you remember past 2-3 years, a lot of marketers in Indonesia, a lot of brands in Indonesia were focusing more on growing or growth, grow at any cost, grow as fast as you can. That is not the case now. A lot of marketers are focusing more on what they have as of today, how they can increase their customer lifetime value, how they can make sure they have better retention. Because you see, the day 0 and day 7 retention is very low in Indonesia because of the overall competitiveness in the market which we have. So a lot of marketers, what they are doing is they are making sure that they have gamification in their retention strategies, have multiple gamifications on their app, maybe while onboarding the users who are coming new onto the app, or maybe have multiple customer engagement campaigns within their journey to make sure that the user is kept engaging. There are a lot of other features which make sure that they also have understanding about the prediction of what the user is going to purchase next. So making sure that there is gamification, making sure that having a prediction on the next purchase, along with your entire customer engagement strategy where your push notification, where your WhatsApp, where your emails are being triggered in the right time, the right channel to the right audience, makes a very interesting strategy for a lot of marketers to have their great day 0 and great day 7 as well as their entire retention policy and increase their customer lifetime value. So in Indonesia, if you see in the last decade, right, a lot of fintech brands are come into play. Recently, in the last 3-4 years, we are seeing a big wave of digital wallets, digital bankings. A lot of neobanks have come into play. Also, the lot of e-commerce industry has been growing. I know there are 2-3 major brands which skewed a lot of users towards them. But there are many other mid-sized e-commerce brands who have come into play which are creating a lot of competitiveness in the market. So marketers, where they have multiple opportunity to engage with their users on these multiple channels or multiple industries, where a fintech brand will have a different strategy for them as compared to an e-commerce or a retail brand, they face a lot of challenges in the adoption of the entire product or their entire ecosystem. Where in fintech, they see a lot of users coming onto their app for only once because there is some kind of a freebie which is provided to them. They use the app for 1 day, they use the app for 7 days, and then they disappear or lead to a churn or uninstall of the app. Where in e-commerce, where you know that there is a lot of potential in the market to have more and more products to be purchased from a certain brand, you see a lot of skew towards a marketplace on certain top three brands which are there in Indonesia. So there are a lot of opportunities which are there, but they face a lot of challenge because of this competitiveness in the market. So a marketer needs to make sure that whatever audience they have, how are they treating that audience in the right day one or right day zero. Let's say a user who is coming onto their app on the first time, how are they treating that user, how they are making things easy for the user. Are they providing them those contextual walkthroughs to make sure that they are going to the right places at the right time to click on certain features of yours and making that first transaction? Or even after onboarding, making sure that how the seamless approach of their entire journey is going to happen. So there are a lot of opportunities which are there in the market for marketers, but obviously they face challenges, and there are solutions to make sure that things happens in a very easy process so that the users are also not getting too many notifications. Also the marketers are happy with their overall returns and instead of spending high on the acquisitions. So if I don't talk about AI, it will not make justice for Indonesia. We see a lot of adoption happening about either a predictive AI or a generative AI in the market. There are a lot of tools which make sure that marketers' life become a little easier when they are sending out any kind of communications to your users. So in the next 5 years or in the next 3-5 years, marketers need to definitely focus on predictive generative AI or an agentic AI along with analytics. So if you have such kind of skill sets, it's very easy for you to be recognized in the market. Omnichannel presence is very important. I'm sure you're aware about the growth of retail tech in the market which is happening. A lot of brands coming in, a lot of conglomerates approaching those retail as a franchise and making sure that those your offline and online data is stitched. So if you don't have an omni-channel expertise, it might make you a little lower as compared to what others are. And definitely your local personalization. I'm sure banking industry is investing big time in Martech, and they are looking for users to digitalize their entire ecosystem. So if you are into the banking industry and if you are not savvy with all those personalization and recommendations tools which are very important for banks, might create a problem for you in the future. And all this AI recommendations, all these predictions, hyper localization contents, along with your overall omnichannel experience, that are the skill sets which a lot of marketers or a lot of brands will look into in the next 3 to 5 years. In Indonesia, Netcore Cloud is working with more than 75 plus brands. I have a lot of things to talk about multiple brands, but I'll pick 2 brands over here which are very important and where we have seen significant results. Number 1 is Domino's Pizza Indonesia. They were facing a challenge with regards to repeat order and customer not getting that much engaged on their mobile app. Our team, the local CSM team and the account management team came into the show and made sure that we gave a solution which was a lot of AI driven campaigns were created on our dashboard. A lot of customization was done with regards to their customer engagement platform. And overall campaign segmentation led to a scenario that we were able to give them 3x return on their repeat orders. Along with that, we showed them a substantial increase on their overall engagement, which helped them to achieve their ROIs better as well as justify the cost which they were paying to Netcore Cloud. I'll talk about Smartfriend, which is one of the telecommunication company in Indonesia. So we are working with this brand for more than 6 years now, and I personally have experienced a lot of use cases with this brand because I was the one who was involved into this onboarding of this customer. The challenge was obviously when it comes to telecommunication, again you have retention challenges, right? And also the app utilization is not that higher, where users tend to purchase the recharge coupons or bill payments from the offline store and not on the digital app which they are looking at. So we had a very good strategy with regards to our entire automation journeys. We created multiple journeys onto the platform. Our CSM and the local AM team came onto the show where they understood what exactly the segments to be created, what exactly challenges they are currently facing, what kind of solutions we can give with regards to churn prediction, with regards to our automated journeys, and a cross-channel view which was given to them along with the overall analytics. The overall solution which we provided gave them a 40% increase in their retention rates and 25% increase in their app transaction, which was very important for them considering they wanted to drive a digital growth to their entire ecosystem and not just have an offline growth. So these are the two great examples which are great success stories which we have from the entire lot. Along with that, Netcore Cloud is present in Indonesia from past 10 years now. We are servicing more than 75 plus customers, reputed enterprise customers in the market. We have customers in fintech, we have customers in e-commerce, retail, edutech, telecommunication. Few are using our full stack solution, some are using our contextual walkthroughs and journeys. So if you want to know more about Netcore Cloud, hit us up. Terima kasih.